Hello and welcome to the last part of resonance, that is the application of resonance effect in organic chemistry. We shall look into some of the important applications, the conceptual analysis of the R effect applied to organic species. Now let me bring my pen thick to show you. Yes. Resonance effect in organic chemistry is also called mesomeric effect, M effect. So R effect and M effect, they are one and the same. They are used interchangeably. Interchangeably, you can use R effect or M effect, particularly in organic species, organic compounds, organics, ions, radicals, right? I will tell you the subtle difference between R and M effect later, but for now we can use M effect in place of R effect and vice versa. Greater the extent of delocalization of pi electron, greater is the stability of the species. Greater is the delocalization of pi electron cloud or the delocalization of charge, positive or negative. That brings greater stability to the species. Greater the number of resonance structures of a species, more is its stability, particularly when the resonance structures are equivalent rather than non-equivalent. But most of the cases you will find non-equivalent RSS. More stable neutral compounds have lower numerical value of heat of combustion or heat of hydrogenation for unsaturated compounds. Because of the stability of the neutral compounds achieved due to resonance phenomenon R effect, that compound, organic compound, has lower numerical value of heat of hydrogenation if it is an unsaturated compound or heat of combustion, right? And because of the R effect, most of the physical properties like the bond order, bond length, acid strength, base strength, stability of different species, they get changed. So this is what we are going to learn, R effect or M effect, a resonance or mesomeric effect. The pi electron delocalization in a conjugated system. Now we have already told that we will take some examples how R effect changes the bond length, dipole moment, that is polarity in a molecule. See, this is butadiene, conjugated double bond, and there is a resonance. Because of that, because of the partial double bond character everywhere, this C-C double bond is little longer than C-C double bond in pure ethane. It is 1.33 angstrom or 133 picometer, while in butadiene the double bond length is little more because of the reduction in the bond order. The double bond character is reduced because it is delocalized onto the single bond. Similarly, carbon-carbon single bond length is lessened, is reduced from the carbon-carbon single bond length in ethane. Ethane, it is 1.54 angstrom and this is 1.45 angstrom. Similarly, in benzene, all the carbon-carbon bonds are of identical length, 1.39 angstrom. If you look to the dipole moment of butadiene, it is 0. But coming to heat of hydrogenation of butadiene, it is less than the calculated value. For ethene, the heat of hydrogenation is 32.5 kilocalories per mole. And in butadiene, since there are two double bonds, if you multiply by 2, we expect the heat of hydrogenation of butadiene should be nearly 65 kilocalories per mole. But actually, it is 57 kilocalories per mole. So what is this difference due to? This difference is due to the stability acquired by pi electron delocalization, a resonance phenomenon. Similarly, if you look to pentadiene, conjugated pentadiene, this is a conjugated system where the heat of hydrogenation is 54 as against expected 65 for two double bonds, but even the numerical value is less than butadiene because of some other phenomenon which provides little more stability than butadiene. We will talk about that in hyperconjugation. But in unconjugated pentadiene 1,4,9, where the pi bonds are not conjugated, no resonance, no electron delocalization, these are the two localized double bonds, pi bonds. In that case, it is exactly the double. It is very close to 65. It is a bit less because of some hyperconjugation phenomenon, but it is close to the calculated value, that is 65. Similarly, if you look to the polarity, the dipole moment, compare between propanol and propanol. In propanol there is conjugation, and because of this polar character, plus minus dipolar character, the polarity is further increased. So the dipole moment of propanol, or what we call acraldehyde, is 3.11 dBi, whereas propanol, where there is no double bond, no conjugation, it is only due to the carbonyl group and it is less, 2.78. Right? Now you understand how the R effect changes the physical property such as dipole moment, such as the stability of the conjugated system, for which the heat of hydrogenation becomes less than the calculated value. Now let us see how R effect influences the acid strength. Let us compare between phenol and any carboxylic acid. Let me bring my pen. Yes. Phenol is less acidic than carboxylic acid. Why? Why phenol is less acidic than carboxylic acid? See. Because the conjugate base of carboxylic acid, carboxylate ion, is more stable due to having two equivalent RSS. These two RSS are equivalent, the resonance structures are equivalent, and the extent of delocalization is 50%, is large. So because of the delocalization of charge, this a carboxylate ion is more stable than the conjugate base of phenol, that is phenoxide ion. Phenoxide ion, has 4 resonance structures, but even then it is less stable because these 4 are non-equivalent. The last 3 are less stable and less contributing because the less electronegative carbon atom carries negative charge, where in the first one the oxygen atom carries negative charge. So even if the number wise it is more, but their contribution is less. So the extent of charge delocalization is less. Therefore, phenoxide ion is less stable than carboxylate ion, for which carboxylic acid is stronger than phenol. Now, you already know the acid strength is in this order. Carboxylic acid is stronger than phenol. In between phenol and carboxylic acid comes carbonic acid, and in between formic acid and any other aliphatic carboxylic acid comes the aromatic carboxylic acid, that is benzoic acid. After phenol comes water, then any other alcohol. Of course, methanol is an exception, which is little stronger than water. I have not given here the pKa values. It goes on increasing. As the pKa value goes on increasing, acid strength goes on decreasing. After alcohol, you get alkyne, acetylene, this sp hybridized hydrogen, acetylene, or alkyne acidic hydrogen. And then finally comes ammonia. pKa is 38. Do you remember? Yes. Now alcohols, why alcohols are less acidic than carboxylic acids and phenols? Because the alkoxide ion, we have done that in I effect, because the conjugate base alkoxide ion is destabilized by the plus I effect of our alkyl group, right? So comes first carboxylic acid, then phenol, then alcohol. Carboxylic acid is stronger than phenol because the carboxylate ion is more stable due to greater extent of electron delocalization. Phenoxide ion is less stable, although it has 4 RSS. Counting is more, but still the delocalization is less. Alkoxide ion is rather unstable due to plus I effect. And between formic acid and any other aliphatic acid comes benzoic acid. And you already know formic acid is stronger than other aliphatic carboxylic acid, because in other aliphatic carboxylic acid there is a plus I group, and formic acid there is no such plus I group, there is H. But benzoic acid is lying in between formic acid and any other aliphatic carboxylic acid, because in this case phenyl group produces a plus I effect. Because we shall learn a little later that carboxylic acid group, COOH group, is a minus M or electron withdrawing group even in resonance. And because of that, the ring electron density is delocalized towards the carbonyl group of COOH. For that, it produces some amount of electron pushing effect towards the OH bond, which reduces its acid strength compared to formic acid, but not compared to acetic acid or propanoic acid, because the alkyl group CH3 C2H5 produces a greater plus I effect than the phenyl group in this case. This is very simple. Allyl and benzyl carbocations are stable due to R effect, because this is allyl. Allyl has another equivalent RS. These two are equivalent, so the charge is equally shared between the two terminals, and the bond order is exactly 1.5, for which allyl is stable because of R effect. But if you have a 3 degree allyl, 2 degree allyl and 1 degree allyl, definitely 3 degree allyl is more stable because of the additional plus I effect. The R effect remaining fixed, the R effect remaining fixed here, there are additional plus I effect here, plus I effect. But in this is 1 degree allyl, simply allyl, there is only R effect which is there in all. 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree. But here 2 degree there is 1 plus I. In 3 degree the additional 2 plus I groups, and there is no plus I group. So 3 degree allyl greater than 2 degree, then greater than 1 degree. Right? Later on we shall know that the stability of the alkyl carbocation is predominantly due to hyperconjugation effect, H effect, rather than plus I effect. Hold on. But between allyl and benzyl is more stable, but because benzyl has 4 RSS, nearly equivalent RSS, because carbon carries positive charge everywhere, carbon is a sextate everywhere. So they are nearly equivalent, and hence the extent of charge delocalization is more here in benzyl. So benzyl carbocation is more stable than allyl. No, I think I will take the this one. This will be better. Now coming to, if it will be triphenyl methyl, diphenyl methyl and phenyl methyl, which we call benzyl carbocations, definitely the number of resonance structures is maximum in triphenyl methyl. 3 plus 3 plus 3, 6 pi bonds and 1 positive charge. So 7 conjugating units. 10 conjugating units. 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9 plus 1, 10 RSS. Here 3 plus 3 plus 1, 7 RSS. Here 3 plus 1, 4 RSS. Now more the number of resonance structures, more is the stability. So triphenyl methyl is the most stable and benzyl is the least stable. Coming to alkoxyalkyl carbocation. You know that in alkoxyalkyl, this is methoxymethyl, that is pattern 3, positive charge next to a heteroatom, a lone pair, so that you have 2 RSS, out of which this is more stable than this. Because of this resonance stabilization of the positive charge delocalization, alkoxyalkyl, this carbocation is more stable than their corresponding alkyl. There is no such heteroatom here. Propyl carbocation, N-propyl carbocation is less stable than methoxymethyl because the positive charge is more stabilized by R effect than I effect. Here only I, here R. This is, we shall learn after a bit that this is called plus R and this is plus I. So resonance effect is more pronounced, more dominant than I effect. I is through sigma bond. R or M is through pi bond. So the effect of resonance stabilization is more than stabilization due to I effect. Coming to another application, that is stability of acyl carbocation. You know this is again pattern 3. Positive charge next to a pi bond, positive charge next to a heteroatom. So you have a triple bond here and this is much more stable than this because here carbon is a sextate. You know all these things. You are expert in that. Therefore, acyl carbocations are highly stable. They are as much stable as a 3-degree alkyl carbocation. Don't worry, we will be having a dedicated program on carbocation stability after we learn all the electronic effects. After conjugation, hyperconjugation, and electromeric effect, we shall be summarizing and applying all these effects to study the stability of carbocations, carbanions and other species using all our knowledge of electronic effects. Coming to stability of allyl and benzyl carbanions. In the similar way, the allyl carbanion has pattern 3. Pattern 4, allylic lone pair. So because of resonance, allyl carbanion is also stable. So also benzyl carbanion. This is extended conjugation, 4 RSS, but pattern 4 each time, pattern 4. And benzyl is more stable than allyl. So carbocation wise, carbanion wise also these are stable, and benzyl is more stable than allyl because it has more number of nearly equivalent RSS. Similarly, allyl and benzyl free radicals are also stable because of 1 electron shift resonance. You have the electron density is delocalized, the pi electron density is delocalized and stabilizes this species. Similarly, benzyl has 4 RSS where there is delocalization of the unpaired electron at the orthopara positions, and therefore it is also stable, but benzyl is more stable than allyl because it has more number of nearly equivalent resonance structures. But let me tell you that unlike charged species in which we can show the resonance hybrid by dotted line and making the charge spread at the different centers, charge centers plus delta minus delta, we do not write the hybrid structure of radicals which are having delocalized electron cloud. We don't write that. Customarily, we don't write the hybrid structure of resonance stabilized radicals. Now, carbon radical with adjacent heteroatom, just like carbocation, alkoxy, alkyl, carbocation, since free radicals are also electron deficient, 7 electrons, they also can enter into 1 electron resonance, so that here dot will come here, and because of that methoxymethyl radical is also stable due to resonance effect. So if you compare between methoxymethyl radical like carbocation is more stable than N-propyl carbon free radical. Now I told you that M effect and R effect, they can be used interchangeably, one for the other, same thing. But there is a subtle difference. The difference is M effect is mostly used in organic species. R effect is a general term, a resonance phenomenon. Particularly the M effect is used when a functional group like aldehyde, carboxylic acid, OH, NH2, that produces electron donating effect, ED effect, or electron withdrawing effect, EW. So particularly in those cases, we use the term M effect, plus M, minus M. Plus M is electron pushing in resonance, and minus M is electron withdrawing in resonance. So EDG was also used in I effect, electron donating in sigma bond, that is plus I, and EWG, electron withdrawing in sigma bond minus I. But same EDG and EWG terms can be used in resonance. So EDG in resonance is a plus M group, electron pushing group in resonance, pi electron delocalization, and electron withdrawing in resonance is minus M group, right? So there is a subtle difference. So let us see which are, but in my program I will be using mostly M and plus M and minus M. I will avoid using plus R and minus R. But let me tell you, in majority of the texts, books, you will find R effect. M is hardly used in text used for your purpose. So please bear with me. I will be using mostly M instead of R when there is a functional group. But you can use R. There is no harm that you can use R for M effect, right? Now there are two types of R effect or M effect, that is plus M, electron donating or electron pushing by resonance, same EDG groups, and minus R or minus M, that is electron withdrawing effect in resonance, effect by resonance. So now let's see some of the examples of plus M groups, electron pushing groups by resonance. There are two types of such plus M or plus R groups. Same thing. Don't be confused when sometimes I'll write plus R, minus R, sometimes I'll write plus M, minus M. But mostly plus M, minus M. Why I avoid R, because R is given for any alkyl group. The general symbol for alkyl group is R. So again R is for resonance. There might be a confusion. So I avoid that and say M. So there are two types of plus R groups. A, where because I forgot to tell you that all the plus M groups are also minus I groups, electron withdrawing in sigma bond. Now how to identify a plus M group? That it must contain a heteroatom, nitrogen, oxygen, halogen, and with a lone pair on the first atom, like NH2, like OR, alkoxy, hydroxy, NHR, NR2, OCOR, NHCOR. So there is a lone pair in all these cases in the first atom. Now there are, all the plus M groups are inherently minus I, electron withdrawing in sigma bond, I effect. But in resonance it is plus M plus R because the lone pair is in conjugation with a pi bond system. Now if the atom size is less, oxygen and nitrogen, then R effect, the plus R effect dominates over minus I effect. But if the size is large like chlorine, bromine, iodine, or the electronegativity is very high like fluorine, in that case minus I effect dominating. The minus I effect is more dominating over plus R effect for halo groups, fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo. For this, greater negativity as well as greater size. And where the resonance is less effective because of larger size, the sidewise overlapping is less probable. And fluorine is because of its high electronegativity, although the size is less. So there are two types of plus R groups. One where plus R effect is dominating, and the other where the minus I effect is dominating. There might be some plus R effect, plus M effect, but the minus I effect is more pronounced than plus R. Let's see Sc double bond O NH2. Now this lone pair and this pi bond, this is an allylic lone pair. So you have a pattern 4 you can apply to produce an ionic dipolar ionic RS. It is less stable, but still it contributes 18% to the hybrid. As a result, the bond order, bond length are changed. This double bond O acquires some single bond character, and this single bond acquires some double bond character, right? And the charge, this is plus delta and this is minus delta. And because of this resonance, the lone pair is delocalized and the electron density on nitrogen atom is greatly reduced. Because of the conjugation with carbonyl group, the electron density is greatly lowered, for which amides are much less basic than amines. I repeat, amides are much less, I have written here, amides, that is why the amides here, amides are much less basic than amines. Got it? And you will find in carboxylic acid also lone pair is in conjugation with the pi bond, and you have a polar contribution and plus delta minus delta, for which the bond length get changed. This C double bond O acquires some partial single bond character, so the bond length is little longer, 1.23 against 1.21 in pure acetone where there is no resonance. Similarly, CO single bond acquires some double bond character, for which its length is reduced. Now in methanol there is 1.43 CO bond, but in carboxylic acid it is 1.36. This reduction in bond length is due to the resonance acquiring some partial double bond character. In carboxylic acid ester 2, the bond order, bond length get changed due to plus M effect. By this OH is producing plus M effect to the carbonyl group. So M effect, that term is applicable for group. The OH group produces electron pushing effect or plus M effect onto the carbonyl group. Or in other words, carbonyl group produces minus M effect onto this OH group. Now compare between vinyl methyl vinyl ether and ethyl methyl ether. In vinyl methyl ether there is a resonance. The lone pair, this is allylic lone pair, so that you have another resonance contribution, although it is polar, but still there is some contribution, maybe 15%. Because of that, the bond order gets changed. Because of that, the CC double bond acquires some single bond character, and CO single bond acquires some double bond character. There is a shortening of the CO bond, which can, yes, there is a shortening of the CO bond compared to ethyl methyl ether, and lengthening of the C double bond C due to compared to ethyl methyl ether because of the resonance phenomenon. Now, the reduction in the carbon oxygen bond length can also be explained by the sp2 hybrid carbon as against sp3 hybrid carbon here. Okay, this is another tool to explain why the CO single bond O gets shortened, more S character compared to sp3 and sp2. But what about C double bond C? There was no C double bond C here, right? So why this bond is lengthened? This bond is lengthened because the C double bond C bond length in ethene is 1.33, while this single bond, this double bond length is little more, 1.37, 1.39, like that. Why? Because of this resonance phenomenon, right? Similarly, in vinyl chloride, the bond length, bond order, dipole moment are completely different. If you compare with ethyl chloride, I'm just writing down here. If you compare between ethyl chloride, there is no such, this is allylic lone pair going for a resonance, and here chlorine is producing plus M effect, electron pushing effect onto this group, and although the resonance contribution of this RS is very small, because chlorine is not only a larger size element, but also it has a lesser electronegativity than fluorine. And here chlorine being more electronegative than carbon is bearing positive charge. So both the reasons, lacunae, defects, that it is ionic, this is non-ionic, and chlorine is carrying plus charge, carbon is carrying negative charge, so this is very, very unstable. But because of some contribution, chlorine acquires plus delta, carbon acquires minus delta, and because of that, the carbon-carbon double bond, see, carbon-carbon double bond in ethene is 1.3309, but in vinyl chloride it is little more, 1.336. This is 0, this is 6, because of some partial single bond character, because of the contribution of this RS. Similarly, carbon-chlorine bond in ethyl chloride is 1.789, but due to attainment acquiring some partial double bond character, it is certain had become less, 1.736 angstrom. Again, the dipole moment of ethyl chloride is more. Why? Because this carbon chlorine polarity is not being influenced, it's not being changed. But here, because of the plus M effect, electron delocalization working in opposite direction, because minus I is the dominant, but there is a plus M working in opposite direction, so that the vector is being reduced. The net dipole moment is less. You understand? So the minus I effect no doubt is dominating over plus M effect in this case. But because of that cancellation, the net dipole moment in the direction of chlorine is becoming less. But here there is no such plus M effect working in opposite direction. Rather here there is a plus I effect, right? So the polarity is more. Coming to another application of R effect is the R effect with plus M groups in benzene ring. Supposing the benzene is substituted by a plus M group. I remind you the plus M group is identified as having a heteroatom ONSClBr, which carries at least one lone pair. If there is no lone pair, then it's not possible. A lone pair with a heteroatom, that indicates it is a plus M group. Whether the plus M effect is dominant or minus I effect is dominant, that is a separate story, but it is a plus M group. M wise it is plus, but I wise all of them are minus. But for small size atoms, oxygen and nitrogen, plus M effect dominates over minus I. That you know. I was revising. Now, if you put any group OH, NH2, OR, NMe2, whatever is plus M group you attach, then you find because of these four resonance structures, the ortho and para positions carry minus delta charge. Oxygen carries plus delta charge. So this is called the plus M effect of OH group. Plus M, electron pushing. I wise it is minus I, but M wise, R wise it is plus R or plus M, which is more dominant here in this case than minus I. So there is a net increase in electron density at the orthopara position. We have drawn the resonance structures for these compounds quite confidently in our previous programs, 4A, 4B. If you have not watched or studied 4C, 4C1, 4C2, I'm sorry, 4A, 4B is not that. 4C1 and 4C2 dealing with how to write resonance structures and relative stability. Please watch the videos with all seriousness, with pen and paper in your hand, and then come to this application of R effect. Now, any R plus M group will produce minus delta on the orthopara position. We call the benzene ring is activated. When the electron density is increased, it is called the ring is activated. When the electron density is reduced, the benzene ring is said to be deactivated. Right? Now see, why phenol is having lesser dipole moment than any alcohol, aliphatic alcohol, methanol, ethanol, whatever. It is because the actual electronegative atom is this. The main dipole moment direction is this, which is this vector is greatly reduced by the plus M effect, because the electron flow, pi electron flow takes place in this direction, while the sigma electron polarity lies in this direction. So the net polarity is reduced. But in methanol there is only one direction. Methyl produces plus I effect. Right? So because there is no counter electron delocalization, only in one direction, its dipole moment is more. Here the dipole moment is less. Now let us know what are minus M groups, electron withdrawing effect and electron withdrawing groups, EWG, for R effect, minus M groups. So such groups must have a double bond or a triple bond, multiple bond, double bond or a triple bond, and more importantly that should not be any lone pair. There must not be any lone pair at the first atom, and there must be a double bond or a triple bond, a pi electron system with a heteroatom O, N, like that. CO, C double bond O, C double N double bond O, C triple bond N, and so on. Example is nitro group, cyano group, carboxylic acid, alkoxycarbonyl, that is ester, aldehyde, ketone, Nr3+. Of course, there is no double bond here, but we shall know later that this is also an electron withdrawing group, EWG, even like R effect it happens. I'll tell you later. There is no double bond here, but a positive charge which will withdraw electron. The groups act as EWG in resonance effect, where when there is a conjugation of other pi system with them, that you know. These groups becomes minus I only there is no other pi system to conjugate. If there is other pi system to conjugate with these groups, they act as minus m. Minus m groups are also minus I. So that will be, adding the two effects are cumulative, where m effect is more dominant, I effect is less dominant, but the two are cumulative because they are electron withdrawing groups in sigma bond, as well as if there is a conjugation, they will go for a minus m effect. About Nr3 plus group we shall discuss later. Note that it is a strong minus I group but can influence the pi bond like R effect. We shall discuss later. Now see, in propanol there is a conjugated alpha beta unsaturation, there is a conjugated system, and you have two resonance. We have just missed out the middle one. You did not apply pattern 2 followed by pattern 1, simply a 2 arrow mark pattern like pattern 4 to get this, right? So as a result, the bond orders get completely changed. For example, this double bond bond length is increased because of attaining partial single bond character. So in ethylene it is 1.33, but here it is 1.378. It is lengthened. This C double bond C is lengthened because in ethylene it is 1.33, it is 1.378. And this single bond, CC single bond, because of partial double bond character, it is shortened. Now in ethane it is 1.54, but here in this propanol it is 1.394. It is shortened, greatly shortened. And in C double bond O in acetone it is 1.21, but in this case it is lengthened, 1.319. Now see how profound effect we observe due to R effect. We can say that this aldehyde group is producing minus M effect onto this vinyl group, right? Now coming to R effect with minus M groups in benzene ring. If instead of a plus M group, we substitute a minus M group, I told you how to identify minus M group. There must be a double bond or triple bond and no lone pair on the first atom. Nitro, aldehyde, keto, carboxylic acid, all these are minus M groups. So you already know by drawing the resonance structures, because nitro is an electron withdrawing group in resonance, here we develop plus delta charge on the orthopara positions. Just the opposite of plus M group. Minus M group produces plus delta in the orthopara positions. Therefore we say that such groups are deactivating. Deactivating means to reduce the electron density in the benzene ring. Now, same thing will happen if you put aldehyde or carboxylic acid or cyanide. All these are minus M groups, and because of the R effect, minus M effect of these groups, the benzene ring will be deactivated and plus delta character will be produced at the orthopara positions. And then what will happen? Later we know in electrophilic substitution, the electrophile will come to the meta position, because the meta position is relatively more electron rich. We'll talk about that later, not now. Now coming, if you compare the dipole moments, you will find a great difference in all this. This is nitrobenzene. When there is an aromatic ring, because of the minus M effect, a resonance effect operating here, the polarity of this bond will be further increased because it is going in this direction. So the polarity of the entire system is further increased, for which the dipole moment is 3.93. Such a thing is not here. This is a plus I group. So plus I group is little more here. So the dipole moment is little more than with nitromethane, nitroethane, and in nitrobenzene it is minus M effect of nitro. As a result, the polarity is increased. Now see what happens. This is nitro, right? Nitrobenzene 3.93, this one. And if you put a methyl group at the para position, there is a further electron pushing. Of course, by plus I effect, where electron pushing will also make the polarity more, because the electron pushing is taking place in the same direction as the minus M effect. The plus I effect is also in the same direction, so the polarity is still increased. Compared to 3.93, it is 4.39. And if there is a amino group at the para position, then because of the R effect, plus R effect, and minus M effect of nitro plus R effect of amino, they are working in the same direction. As a result, the dipole moment is 6.91. Now about phenol, we already know that plus R effect works in opposite direction as the polarity of the CO bond, so it is reduced. And methyl and phenyl, this in toluene, the dipole moment is very less, because methyl produces a plus I effect and phenyl a minus I effect, so polarity is in this direction, but the polarity is not much, it's very, very less. And let us learn why aromatic amines, that is aniline, is much less basic than aliphatic amines and ammonia. Because the lone pair on nitrogen is greatly delocalized into the ring by R effect, resonance effect. Here the amino group is a plus M group. The plus M effect of amino group makes the electron delocalized to a large extent. So since the electron density is reduced on nitrogen, so it is less available to accept a proton and hence less basic. So aniline, the pKaH, the pKa of its conjugate acid NH3 plus is this 4.58, ammonia is 9.26, and aliphatic amines are, you already know due to plus I effect, are stronger bases than ammonia. And now we know that aniline, the aromatic amine, is much weaker than the aliphatic amines and ammonia because of the lone pair electron delocalization and being less available at the nitrogen site to accept a proton. Now, if you put a nitro group at the para position, there is further electron delocalization. The conjugation is extended. We know that. The lone pair comes here and in some RS and enters also in the nitro group, so that instead of 4 RS, we get 5 RSs. So since the delocalization of lone pair is more in para-nitroaniline, it is much less basic because it's not available. So para-nitroaniline is much less basic than aniline. Para-nitroaniline. No, here it is given. It's not. I'm not giving you the pK data, but had I given you the pK data, then this would have been much less. pKaH, conjugate acid. So much less basic. Why? If you are asked a question, why para-nitroaniline is much less basic? Because there is an extended conjugation. When nitro group is in the para or ortho, you will find there is conjugation, the lone pair is more delocalized. But if it is if it is in the meta position, then the extended delocalization doesn't work. The charge is bypassed. So that I have shown you metanitroaniline. I have shown you that if you draw the RSS, you find the negative charge is here and the negative charge is here. It doesn't come to the ipso carbon of nitro so that it can enter into the nitro group. So extended mesomeric effect or resonance effect is not observed when the minus M group is located at the meta position with respect to a plus M group. In this case, it is not called a minus M group, it acts as a minus I group, withdraws the electron but through sigma bond. But if it is located in the ortho position or para position, as I have shown here, you can yourself check by putting in the ortho position and finding that there is extended resonance stabilization, resonance delocalization. And you can also check with the dipole moments. Now see, this is plus m in this direction, this is minus m in this direction. So if you add up the two vectors, this is a triangle rule, so the vector sum is less. Here meta, only minus I effect operates here in this direction, and this is plus m. So these two vectors, although it is triangle rule, it is more. And here they are in the same direction, plus m of amino minus m of nitro, they are working in the same direction, so that the two vectors add up arithmetically. So you get the maximum dipole moment 6.91 dV for para-nitroaniline. I am talking of what? The dipole moments. I am not talking of the base strength. Base strength is very less for para-nitro than aniline. Metanitro, can you tell me, if you compare between metanitro and para-nitro, since metanitro there is only a minus I effect, minus I effect is less powerful, less pronounced than minus M effect. So therefore, the extent of electron delocalization is less. So it is more available. So metanitroaniline is little stronger than para-nitroaniline. And in orthonitro, it is closer. So in addition to minus M effect, there is a minus I effect. That makes the lone pair, much less available, because the electron delocalization is more because of both minus M and minus I. So it is least basic. The pKAH is minus 0.26 and it is 4.58. This is convincingly less, 2.46 nitro. Once you introduce nitro, the base strength is reduced nearly 100 times. The base strength is reduced nearly 100 times. And another 100 times if it is placed on para position. Here minus M resonance comes into picture. Here minus I comes into picture. This is minus M. And here still 100 times, because in addition to the minus M, you have minus I. Alright, how it is going? So I have already told you the R effect is more pronounced than I effect, because R is pi electron delocalization. Pi bond or non-bonding electron pair, they are more fragile, more delicate, they are less energetic. They are less stable, more energetic, less stable, so they can be delocalized to a greater extent. But pushing and pulling through sigma bond is less pronounced, because the bond is strong and the stable bond, so push-pull is less dominant. But if the two R and I effect work in the same direction, then it's a great thing. It's a great benefit, synergy. But R and I effect work in opposite direction, then it is R which is dominant. If R and I works in opposite direction, if it is R effect which is dominant for the small size atom OH, OR, NH2, NR2, like that. But if it is a large size atom like chlorine, bromine, even fluorine, a small size but minus I effect is very high. In such cases, even if there are plus M groups, but the minus I effect is dominant. Now coming to give you another important application of R effect or M effect. That is the acidic nature of alpha hydrogen atoms. Now, if there is at least one alpha hydrogen atom with respect to a minus M group, supposing this is nitro or aldehyde or a keto or ester, and there is a carbon here and at least one hydrogen atom is there, alpha hydrogen atom, at least one alpha hydrogen atom is there, so that is the acidic hydrogen. So if you apply a base like OH minus ion, it will abstract a proton from the alpha position and produce a stable carbanion. Why it is a stable carbanion? Because it has got another resonance structure where the charge is delocalized. Right? It's allylic pattern. So the alpha hydrogen atoms with respect to a minus M or minus R group is acidic in nature because the conjugate base at that position is stabilized by resonance R effect. Similarly, this is carbonyl group, which is a minus M group, and the alpha position there was hydrogen atom, we have removed it and a carbanion has been formed and you have another resonance structure. This is called enolate ion. And can you tell me between these two resonance structures which one is more stable and more contributing? Take your time. It is this one, enolate ion. Why? Because oxygen carries negative charge, here carbon carries negative charge. And we have a rule for stability. The more electronegative atom will carry negative charge if the species, the contributing structure is more stable. But during the time of reaction, it attacks from carbon side, because later on we'll know that carbanions are more nucleophilic. It can attack to an electrophilic center more efficiently than O minus oxide ion. We'll know the reason why later. Then it's a very interesting thing that a minus M group was destabilizing a carbocation due to minus I effect. Minus I. Because there is no resonance while there is a carbocation, there is simply minus I. But in case of free radical, a minus M group stabilizes due to M effect. One electron shift, so that because of the delocalization of unpaired electron, even a minus M group, plus M group as well as minus M group, both stabilize a free radical. This is in contrast with a carbocation. Had it been a plus, then it would have been less stable, because minus I effect would have acted on this positive charge to localize the positive charge and reduce its stability. Now let's see, it's a very interesting thing I have collected to be discussed here in this video. Because you will see, as I am evolving the topic, general concepts in organic chemistry, in a very phased-wise manner, that when you reach at the end, you will find all different aspects would be discussed without bringing any confusion. So, carboxylate ion is a plus I group. Although carboxylic acid COOH is a minus M group and a minus I group. But COO minus is not a minus M group or a minus I group. It is a plus I group. Why? Because in carboxylate ion, there is an internal resonance between these two. Because of this resonance effect, R effect, because of this R effect present in the carboxylate ion, the sum total effect is some electron pushing effect. Because it is pushing, this is pushing. So that, this pushing effect in resonance has some influence on this sigma bond connected to R or benzene ring, whatever. So there is collectively this carboxylate ion produces a plus I effect. So because of this plus I effect, the benzene, supposing it is connected with benzene ring, the benzene ring is activated. Particularly in the orthopara position, as if R effect is working, plus R plus M effect is working onto the benzene ring. Of course, this is not a plus R group, it is a plus I group. R effect is working here, localized in this conjugated system. But as a whole, this group is putting a plus I effect on the benzene ring. But because of the predominant plus I effect, this pi bond gets polarized just like R effect and produces minus delta charge in the orthopara position. So, like any other plus M groups like OH, NH2, OCO, CH3 or OR, COO minus is a O orthopara activating group. Although COOH is a deactivating group, but COO minus is a activating group. it produces minus delta in the orthopara position in similar way as resonance effect by polarizing the pi electron cloud. This pi electron cloud comes here a little bit, this pi electron cloud comes here, this electron cloud comes here. Remember? Now I will at the end, I think it has grown little longer. We have crossed undoubtedly 1 hour. I have not seen the watch, but I will tell you a very important aspect of resonance, application of resonance is SIR, S-I-R, steric inhibition of resonance. Earlier we have seen steric inhibition of solvation. How steric repulsion, steric hindrance was able to inhibit or reduce the extent of solvation or hydration, and that destabilizes the particular species. But here we talk about steric inhibition of resonance. If by some way the coplanarity, let me read out, if the coplanarity of a conjugated system is destroyed or reduced, then resonance delocalization is reduced or fully lost. This is called SIR. Because the p orbitals which are parallel to each other, they effectively overlap with each other. When the entire atomic skeleton is planar, p bonds are exactly parallel. But if the planarity is destroyed, the atomic skeleton goes out of plane, then the p orbitals will never come parallel to each other, very much parallel. So the extent of overlapping delocalization becomes less. This is called steric inhibition. And why steric? Because if the groups are present close to each other, so in space the groups will produce repulsion. This is called the steric repulsion. The van der Waals repulsion, steric repulsion. Now because of that, the planarity will be destroyed, all will be reduced. Because of that, the extent of resonance or delocalization is reduced. This is called SIR. The reduced resonance delocalization brings about change in physical property. Now let's take the examples. Very, very interesting examples, but very simple. In your journey in organic chemistry, you will come across with several other data. But whatever knowledge we will get from GCOC codes here, maybe in 10 or 12 videos, maybe more, that you can apply in any complicated system or molecule and judge, give your opinion. Now let us apply SIR in studying the relative base strength in N substituted anilines. This is example 1 of SIR. SIR is not teacher or any person who is respected. It is steric inhibition of resonance, SIR. Now look to aniline, N-methyl aniline, N-ethyl aniline, NN dimethyl aniline, NN diethyl aniline. Now as the number of substitution in nitrogen increases or their bulk increases, that what happens? The phenyl and this alkyl, they go for this 2-methyl and phenyl, 2-ethyl and phenyl, they go for a repulsion in space. Because of this steric repulsion, this planarity at this part is destroyed. Nitrogen atom does not remain in the same plane as benzene ring. As a result, the extent of delocalization, resonance delocalization is less. If the resonance effect is less, lone pair is not much delocalized because planarity is destroyed. Because of SIR, it is more available. So it is more basic. Look to the pKAH. More is the pKAH, more is the acid strength. So if aniline is 4.58, N-methyl is 5.02, N-ethyl is 5.11, NN dimethyl is 1.21, NN diethyl is 6.56. So the only explanation why the acid strength increases as the substitution in nitrogen is increased or the bulk is increased, it is due to SIR. The lone pair is more available, less delocalized. I give you another example, SIR example 2. Now this is NN dimethyl, this one 5.21, same. But we put a methyl group at the ortho position, another methyl group at the another ortho position. So this will be 2-methyl NN2 trimethyl aniline, NN2 trimethyl aniline. This is NN26 tetramethyl aniline. So as you introduce more and more methyl groups at the ortho position, at the ortho, there is increased steric repulsion will be more and more, the lone pair is more and more available because it is less and less delocalized. So this is, the data I did not get from anywhere, but I got another data, proton affinity data. And the pKh is 5.21 for NN dimethyl, and if you introduce 1-methyl, because of the less resonance effect due to SIR, it is increased 5.86. And if there are 2 orthomethyl, then it is still increased, much more basic than this, And since I didn't get the pKAH data, I got its proton affinity C. While the increase in base strength is nominal, but here see the increase in base strength. If there are 2 ortho groups, the SIR effect is so profound, the planarity is destroyed to such a great extent that the lone pair is highly available. So its proton affinity value is 951.1 kilojoules per mole as against 212.2 for 2-methyl NN dimethyl aniline. Is it not interesting? Now I'll give you another example. 3. Now look to this. This is para-nitroaniline. This is also para-nitroaniline. In this case, the 2 methyl groups are ortho to nitro, and in this case, the 2 methyl groups are ortho to. In this case, the 2 methyl groups are ortho to nitro, and in this case, the 2 methyl groups are ortho to amino. But nitro is a bigger group. There is a N double bond O, double bond O. And NS2 is a very small group because nitrogen is connected with 2 hydrogen, very small hydrogen. So the SIR effect is more profound at this site than at this site. As a result, the planarity is destroyed in this region more, and the lone pair is less delocalized into the nitro group and is more available. But here, since methyl and amino is a small group, so the effect of SIR is very less, so it can go for a greater delocalization into the nitro group, for which it is less available, so its base strength is less. pKAH is more here. So this is 3,5 dimethyl 4-nitroaniline. This is 2,6 dimethyl 4-nitroaniline, out of which this one is more. Supposing this is 1, this is 2. So 1 is more basic than 2. Supposing this is 1 and this is 2. So 1 is more basic than 2 because there is more profound SIR here. Nitro group is a bigger group. Pi bond is there here. So the planarity is destroyed to a large extent. So the lone pair cannot enter into NO2. But here the lone pair can enter into NO2 because there is no SIR here. There is some SIR here. But amino is a small size group. So the SIR will not work effectively as it will work here and inhibit resonance delocalization. And as a result, this will be less available here because it cannot go inside, but here it will go inside and the extent of delocalization is more. Now, this is the last slide of this particular video, example 3, example 4. Now, let us talk about the acid strength, not base strength, of ortho-substituted benzoic acids. Later on, you shall know several effects when we study individual benzoic acid and its properties. We will know several other phenomena, but whatever basics, groundwork that we are doing here. Other details, orthoparameta, other things, and their theories, logic behind them will be discussed later. Now see, 1 orthomethyl. This is ortho-tert-butyl. And there are 2 orthomethyl. Now see, as the number of ortho alkyl group increases or their bulk increases, the acid strength increases. Acid strength increases, pK value, oh I'm so sorry, this is pKa. This is not pKa, I have copy pasted from the same source, from the same, let me make a correction. I am so happy that we detected the mistake. Right? So, the acid strength goes on increasing. Why? Why? Because there is, intrinsically this is a minus M group. So electron is being withdrawn. And as a result, the phenyl group acts as a plus I group. Mild plus I group. Because the phenyl, this pi electron cloud doesn't in fact reach the OH bond. It goes to C double bond O, not to OH. But because of the electron pushing produced by the phenyl group, by the minus M nature of the carboxylic acid group, so that electron pushing is experienced by OH group. So I told you that there is some plus I effect in benzoic acid, for which it is less acidic than formic acid. But this plus I effect produced by the phenyl group is not greater than any alkyl group. Therefore, this is weaker, this is stronger than any other aliphatic acids, acetic, propionic and others. Stronger, but weaker than formic acid, because this is acting as a plus I group. Because of the minus M phenomenon, there is electron pushing in the sigma bond. But if there is methyl here, then the planarity is destroyed. So as a result, the minus M effect will be reduced. So the plus I effect is also reduced. Less is the plus I effect, more is the acid strength. So here, because of the bulk, still there is reduced minus M effect. Less is the minus effect, less is the plus I effect. So less is the plus I effect, greater is the acid strength. And here the maximum SIR is found here. There are two methyl groups at the ortho positions. So the minus M effect is least here. So the plus I effect of the phenyl group is also least here. So the acid strength is more. So in this video, we got an overview how a resonance effect influences the acid strength, base strength, stability of carbocations, carbanions, free radicals, and we come to the close, and in the next video we will talk about hyperconjugation effect. Bye. Bye-bye. If you are following my videos, I am sure you have subscribed. And why are you becoming so miser in putting a thumbs up, like? If you really liked it, why the hesitation to give your like symbol? Do it. Bye-bye.